So today I'm going to be patching a few holes in the bottom of the boat. Luckily they're only like little pin size holes. I'll show them to you. But basically I'm using this 2-part epoxy. It's quite thick. I guess I would say it's got a, I don't know if that's a lot of viscosity or a little. One side looks like peanut butter in color, and the other part is black. And I'm gonna put these disposable gloves on. Excuse me, that is so obnoxious of a smell. Take equal parts, rub it together until it turns greenish color, like the patina on a copper after oxidation. And then it's really thick, and I can coat it onto the little holes on the bottom of the boat, and it should stay there. And it hardens underwater. It's about 96 degrees today. That's actually, I would say, probably good for an epoxy. It means I'm gonna have to mix it pretty quickly, and that it'll harden. It hardens the hotter that it is outside. I'm under the boat, and there's this little problem with the keel here. When I took it out on the trailer, there was a bolt that was sticking up, and it dug in to the keel there, right here, and kind of chipped it out. So I gotta sort of patch that and rebuild it. It's not a hole so much as it is just damage to the keel that keeps you going straight. When I was under here chipping what paint I could off, I found a couple of little pinholes. I just knew that it was leaking because there would be a little tiny drip of water coming out of here. You know, not flooding out, just like, almost like condensation. The whole boat, though, was full of water. So, you know, it wasn't leaking out. It's not leaking enough to really have anything happen, you know, quick to let in a lot of water. And then this is what they call the boat hole. There's like a copper fixture, almost like a big bolt that goes in there. When you're on dry land out of the water and you don't want rain to collect inside, then you pull that plug. But you got to make sure you put it back in before it goes in the water. That's like a novice mistake that people make once, and probably not again, because you back your boat up into the water and all of a sudden it looks like it's sinking, and it's because you forgot to put the boat hole in. I forgot. Brandon told me. So this is a little bit different than, and I read the back of the instructions. This stuff's a little bit different than the epoxy I normally work with. It's, you gotta keep it wet the whole time. So you kind of mix it together in the water. Normally, I've got epoxy that comes in a 2-part. It's a hardener and a resin. And that's got more of like a pancake syrupy sort of feel. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and mix this. There's no way I'm gonna be able to touch the button on my phone. Anything you touch with this stuff is ruined, absolutely ruined. Your pants, you know. So I'm going to do this part, I guess, off the video, and then just show you what it looks like when it's done. So here's some spots where I identified a little bit of moisture, and putting this on was kind of like sculpting. It had a consistency of, started off as like taffy and then moved into peanut butter, and then finally almost like a hard plastic. Anyhow, so I think I've got the holes under this boat that I identified patched from the bottom, and a little bit later today I'm going to mix the kind of 2-part epoxy that I normally work with, which is much more liquid-like, and pour some in to the top where I think corresponds with these holes, and gravity ought to make that fill in the holes from the inside.